He's like, bro, you're gonna kick ass at, man. Like, think about you at 245, just smashing these guys, and I got hyped up. I'm like, yeah,
you're gonna win.
I'm gonna kick ass. And then I get down there, and then I fight the Terminator round.
First round, and so I'm standing there waiting for that first match, and I see whatever his name is, Captain Brazil, come in just like, holy smokes. Like, they have a super soldier program too.
He had all the bomba.
And oh my gosh. And I remember in that match, as we talked about it, there was a point where he had you dead to rights.
Dead to rights.
He really did.
Oh, yeah.
On that, he had a knee cut. Nick, did you ever see this match?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember if I've seen this or not.
It's when I tore my groin.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Yeah,
in the match. And it was in that scramble too, right?
It was started right before that. So I've got a pretty good close guard, and I had him in close guard. I'm like, okay, I'm going through my strategy because we had talked about it before, like dragging the arm across. Like, okay, yeah, that's good for these ultra heavies because they're slow. This guy wasn't slow.
He was not slow. It was like the whole game plan that we had built around you're fighting big guys.
Yeah.
He was a lean meat fighter.
He was like 250, 260, just ripped.
That's
12 pack.
That's dangerous.
It was bad.
And it was just so surprising. You have a high seed, and this dude's bringing it.
Which is wild because apparently this guy's like a Brazilian national champion. He took second at the Worlds the year prior. He lost to Bruno Bastos. I watched his match. I'm like, it was the only thing I could find on him. Diego Sandoval's his name. Remember that name? Any of you guys do? Master 2, ultra heavy. That guy's a killer. But I was surprised, that he was seated so low. And I was like, man, this guy's this should have been the finals match. And so like I pull guard, I'm in close guard, and immediately he stands up and just pushes on I think it was my left knee, and I just felt the pop. I was like, oh shit, damn. There goes my groin.
Yep.
And I was like, okay,
to start the day.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, okay. Very like first 30 seconds maybe. And I'm stuck in like a half guard kind of thing, and he hits that monster knee cut. The only thing that was saving me was that little pant grip. And he cleared both of my legs.
Had an underhook.
Had an underhook. I don't everything. Bro, it was a rough go. The first minute was me just being like, oh shit, my groin's destroyed, and I have this gorilla on me. And I was thinking to myself, well, like, he hasn't passed yet. So I'm like, all right, I'm safe. I'm good. Like, if I could just get my knee back in front.
Yep.
So then I recover guard, and then I think I hit a 50-50 sweep on him.
Yep.
And then it was just off to the races. I kept him on his back and was passing side to side. And then we got in like a little scramble, stood back up. He pulled hard again. And I just was like, not today, bro.
Yep.
It was like everything I could. I beat him by 2.
Fuck yeah.
Beat him by 2. It was 2-0.
And from there, immediately I knew that, like, okay. Hurting. And you can always tell that with guys you coach a lot. You're like, okay, he got the job done, but something's up. Right? And so I can kind of see, I think something's going on. I think this dude's struggling right now.
I was hurting.
And then I walk over and you're like, hey, I tore my groin. And I go, oh, okay. And I'm like, hey, go walk up and just sit where the bags are. Sit for a second, cool down. And you did. And I walked up the stairs and I remember going, so how are you feeling? You're like, it hurts. And I go, okay. I go, like, are you going to compete? You're like, of course. I go, okay. So I go, are you willing to die for this one? And he goes, yeah.
100%.
And I go, okay.
Fuck yeah.
I go, then I think we're going to win it. I go, let's go. I go, what guards can you play? You're like, oh, I can't play this. I go, I really think that close guard, 2-on-1 drag across is the game plan then.
Yeah.
And that worked. That was smooth sailing the rest of the day.
So, man. I had 3 more matches after that. The second guy, like, I went close guard, and he was pushing on my leg. I was like, oh, shit. So, like, I went to half, swept him. I beat the shit out of him. And then the semifinals match, same thing, close guard, and I hit just a really simple, like, 2-on-1 little kick sweep, arm triangle him. And then in the finals, thank God, you told me, he's like, hey, this guy Thiago, fucking monster. He's also, like, 5-time Brazilian national champ, world champ, all that stuff. You're like, hey, I saw him pulling guard. And he's about 280, 290.
God,
big boy, tall, huge. De La X is what he likes to play. I was like, thank God, because I don't think I could pull guard on this guy. He pulled, and man, I passed into an arm bar.
I think you got smashed half, right?
He was deep half. I was smashed. That's my favorite guard to pass. And And right as he's trying to do like a little sit up Bernardo Frejia sweep, I go back for an arm bar, and he falls. And then we had no scramble and make him turtle. I think we stayed in turtle for like 4 minutes.
Oh, no
yeah,
shit.
and I just kept him there. That was my strategy. I was like, well, I can't really like take the back. I can't like because my legs are all fucked up.
Hold anything.
So I'm like, all right, new strategy. Just keep him in turtle and just like keep on knocking him over and trying to like keep him in turtle because ultra heavies they'll stay in turtle. And once you like that was the strategy.
Yeah.
Like if you pass, they'll stay in turtle to either try to get up or try to like that shitty roll. So like, no, man, not today. So I just kept him there, and I won my third Pan Am's, 3 different weight classes.
And I wish I'm sure somebody does from Revive have a video that is close enough to hear my commentary because I think I had all of Revive counting down from second 120. I had the team going nuts. I'm like, count
If
down.
you watch Flow, you could see Josh banging the barricades. Like,
Dude, he gets hyped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I hear Josh perfectly when